Welcome to Mainly Golf Show. I'm not Knockout Entertainment. I'm Twig, joined by the Sea Bandits, Hep and Marv. We've still not got no camera for the magic one. He's wasted away that much we can't actually see him. Um,
You don't think you want to see him either.
it's a lovely photo of him pouting with a nice quiff from many moons ago. If you're watching us on
Still got
YouTube,
hair
no,
there.
no, nobody just watches on YouTube. We get 7 viewers. It's all right. We're here to review last week's Genesis Open. Was it Los Angeles Country Club Riviera, hosted by the Tiger Woods Foundation, and previewing this week's what's the name of it? Cognizant Classic. This is what used to be was it the Rocket Mortgage,
No, it's the Honda.
the Honda. This is one that Ricky Fowler used to do well in, if memory serves correct. Um, but a bad week on the tipping front. We kind of embraced our back-to-back successes, 40 to 1 for Mr. Hep with Chris Cotter up, and then 55 to 1 for Colin Morikawa for Marv. But the
He came
welcome up
sixth.
Dryler.
Right?
Hmm?
I was one place off. I had Jake Knapp who came sixth, but yeah, not to be.
Did Bet News if
Still,
I'll give you any money for that head ball?
no, still a
No,
loser in it.
no, it didn't. I've got the account back there. That's all that matters.
That's all
We'll
that
get that.
matters.
We'll get it back in time. My selection is Patrick Cantlay, Hideki Matsuyama. Very frustrating.
Yeah,
Cantlay, I think got to 7 under and then ended up playing the last 7 holes in 3 over. So that one, by the way. So there were kind of green shoots of spring mar from Tony Finau at a big price. Um, not all lost entering the business end of the season.
yeah, he's slowly getting there, isn't he? At least he made the cut.
In a field where it's very yeah very loose cut to say the least. Jacob Bridgeman, who Mr. Hep had for a top five finish the week before. I was going to say he didn't really win at a merry dance at the end. He won by a solitary shot from Rory McIlroy, one and done backers. Tries an extra 500 grand by that birdie at 18,
What the
but
fuck is?
it's a bit disappointing in the end. Hey, Bridgman was I think seven clear at one point, entering the back nine on Sunday. Kind of just, I think he was entering the seventh, made a couple of bogeys. It wasn't exactly convincing as a when
No,
Scheffler's
but
in that
he knew
position, he's going to
he
win by
knew he had the
12.
shot. Knew he had the shots in hand. I think he was just playing par golf. I'm thinking, if I get one birdie here, it's in the bag, and then sort of. I think if you even with the 7 shot lead going into Sunday, if you'd offered him that free footer to start with to win it at the end, he'd have taken it. But I don't know if you listened to his interview afterwards, it's because he had I think he double bogeyed 16, or he bogeyed it, but he was like a 5 foot bogey putt. And he said that's when he
Free.
got really nervous. And and after that, he basically couldn't feel his hands when putting. So his 17, part 17 and 18 both came up like 4 foot short because he just was just absolutely shitting himself. Um, so I'm surprised his drive went down the middle of 18 as it didn't do that
I
on
did
18 at Pebble. But yeah, fair play to the guy. But yeah, 1 week too early. Or
one
one
week
week too
too
late.
early. Yeah, and you'd say, I mean, a lot of the guys say don't it is so hard to win on the PGA Tour. It should.
Yeah.
I mean, Colin Morikawa was in tears, right? That was his first win for 3 years. One win at Pebble, which kind of shows how good a Chris Cotterick's been in the last 12 months, and at the same time how good Scotty is because he makes it look so easy.
I think just get that first one because you always if you're a professional golfer, you want to have one win, right? You don't want to be I was on the PGA Tour for 4 years and I never won a tournament. You just want that one just to show you were good, and then the pressure to get that first one must just be immense. And you think, well, they've won tournaments in college and stuff, but it's a different. Yeah, I know I'd bottle it. If it was somehow me given any sort of chance, I'd be shitting myself on the 10th. Don't mind that.
Well, that was kind of how the significance of Tommy winning the Tour Championship was it? Given the fact he's had this monkey on his back for a while now. He probably should have won the Canadian Open
Canadian
against Nick
Taylor
Taylor. There's one as well the year before when he was, I think
against
I can't remember where it was, par 5 18, and he's gone in the water with his second shot with the tournament kind of
yeah,
there at his mercy.
and then
I do think it'll be
Keegan
a good
Bradley
tour.
stole the Travelers off
That
him
one
as
as
well,
well,
didn't
yeah, with the three jab at 18 and then Bradley Birdie, yeah. God. I mean, I do think Tommy will win on tour. Tommy's trending up. I think if you look at his strokes gain now, he's moving into the top 10. It might just be the open, he might be around the corner. We might see him lift the claret jump. Who knows? Man, what do you make of Rory McIlroy? Because if he puts together a little bit of a run there, he missed so many putts on the front nine there on Sunday. If he puts pressure on Bridgman, I I'm convinced he crumbles and Rory kind of coasts to success, but Rory very, very quiet with the flat stick.
Yeah, they just couldn't get close enough to, as you say, put enough pressure on. And when Bridgman slightly opened the door, or Bridgman even, it was just too late in the day. Which I can't believe Kitty Armstrong somehow shot 7 under. Even he was missing putt after putt. It felt like, and I think if fair play to Bridgman, the damage was done on the Saturday, wasn't it? It was that big a lead that he could just play conservative and not even try to shoot anything under par. But I don't
I
know
mean,
with
just
Rory.
one of those courses, isn't it, where there was so many short putts missed over the week,
Mhm.
just for the golfers I was tracking. Just
Xander
so
was
many three,
unbelievable.
four footers, and I
Xander
think,
missed some unbelievable tiddlers, like
yeah,
3, 4, 5 feet. You think, how?
yeah, I think just the slope of the greens must just be so extremely isn't fully picked up on TV because yeah, there was just an insane amount of 4, 5 foot putts missed.
I think what probably I would say more is that I don't want to go back to course management, but some of the shots Rory hit, like I think the short par four, can't remember which hole it is. I want to say it's in the middle of the round.
The
He
10th, I
pulls
think.
it left off the
10.
tee. He's under a
10's the famous
tree.
hole in the course, isn't it?
Yeah, and then he doesn't even get on the green in two. It's like, come on, Rory, just at least give yourself a chance of birdie.
So the one
And
where
he's,
did Rory make bogey there?
I'm just gonna look on his scorecard now.
Yeah, he made a really good up and down, or he made bogey, but yeah, it's it's that kind of it's shaped like the reverse of Italy. So the green's like
Hmm.
that, but you cannot miss it right. If you miss it right, you're
Yeah,
short-sighted, and you see so many people who just chip it out and it goes straight to the bunker.
yeah, especially that back
Um,
Sunday pin right on the.
you've got to kind of aim it, haven't you? Just the back left of the green, and then leave yourself like a 20-yard chip or like a 40-foot putt. I mean that hole again, Cantley got it to 40 feet off the tee. Three putts made par. He did it on the first on Sunday. 20 feet for eagle, three putts par. Next hole, I think he's got 40 feet. Oh no, I think the third's a par three. 40 feet, it's the 5 feet misses bogey. Like, and I'm there watching it.
It
I
was
hate
yeah,
golf so much.
it was the 10th hole. It was and even the I think there was a par three earlier in the round where Rory bogeyed. He hit the sort of bottom left, had to chip while on the green, had to chip it, and he was just yeah. It was a very I don't want to say an un-Rory like final round, but Rory left a lot of shots out on that course yesterday.
Would that then, Marv, give you hope for him? I mean, he wins around Wells Fargo. I've already got that in the one and done spreadsheet. I'm gonna put my foot down that week. If
Let's
you
talk about the
are
last 2 weeks.
if you are Mr. Rory Tracker, does it give you hope for the rest of the season?
I think if I was Rory Tracker, I think I'd be well.
Fucking Denby Dale by now.
No, but I think let's be
It's not
all
worth it, Twig.
realistically. Let's be if you're being objective about the result, Rory probably didn't come out as second to third gear, and he's ended up only finishing second by a shot. So compared to what Rory can do,
He
there's a
led
lot of improvement there.
he led the field tee to green, and only Kitayama was 1 stroke per round, close to him. The rest of the field, it was a whole stroke around worse than him tee to green. So yeah, I think
Well,
he's going to
so
be
I'm guessing
pretty good
Rory
around
was
his.
let down.
Yeah,
Rory was
sorry.
let down with his putter, presumably.
Yeah, putter and around the green was just slightly positive, but for a guy who comes second, that's it's not pulling its weight.
And what do you make of Scheffler? We mentioned off air he was five. I think you said he was five over through. I think 12 before
Yeah,
the break. Was it? They went off for rain. Like get a grip, lads.
that's a lot of
Um,
it, to be
and he
fair.
still ended up finishing T12, whatever it was.
11,
Like
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, he was, yeah, like you say, just I don't know what it is with these first rounds. We discussed it a bit last week. I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he was first round leader and he was dead fucking last. But I think
Should
if it
they?
happens again, just back him to be top 10, top 20 at even money because he's going to come back into it, especially these no cut events where he's going to get the 4 rounds. I mean, he's just going to claw his way back. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I saw too much of him to be honest. Like, yeah, the actual play of the other 3 days. But
Yeah, you
yeah,
don't need to deal with shot tracker, but I mean, does it make you more likely or less likely to back him for it when, like, in a few weeks when they run to the Masters, right? It's going to be the players in is it 3 weeks of
2 weeks. So,
2.5 weeks of the players,
yeah,
um, and then he'll play. Is it Houston or it's either Houston or it's the Texas Open, but I think the week before the Masters. The one where I'm still scarred from fucking Jaeger bomb. Like, God, that language.
yeah, he'll play.
Um, when Scotty's, let's say, 4-1 for the players and 11-4 for the Texas Open, does it make you, seeing how we started these tournaments the past few weeks, does it make you more or less likely to back him?
I think if he gets to fours, I think you've got to gobble that up. I think the round one is the outlier compared to the other 3 rounds, and you just let him go. T40 after round one or T30, and then he's just gonna kind of to the top. Like, yeah, I've got no issue. I don't think Scotty's falling off or anything like that.
Is it just a case of then, Marv, you said he might be trying something new with his game, thinking that do it now before you do get to, like, okay, major season. It might just be a case of ironing a few chinks
It,
out
yeah,
in the
yeah.
hope of not perfected, you know what I mean? Just getting it, um, just try the error, I suppose, before the proper business end of the season starts.
The fact that from from one round to the next, it is that big of a difference. It wouldn't surprise me if there's something. This is, it's not just I've just had a bad day, lads. Yeah, it's
But he's done it 4 tournaments, I think.
yeah.
It's definitely three on the spin that first
So
round.
yeah, did you say that he could be trying out a new driver?
Yeah, he's definitely changed to TaylorMade. I can't remember. I don't know what it was with last year, but he's definitely working out a new driver since 3 weeks ago. But it's actually his approach that's the worst. Like he's second off the tee this season, 23rd putting, ninth around the green. His approach, which is his bread and butter, he's 55th, but he leads in strokes gained in regulation. So it's just he's hitting the greens as he always does. He's not putting it as close as he used to, which yeah, I'm a bit surprised. It's his approach game that's his worst area of the game on the metrics at the moment. But I'm
And his
sure,
worst finish is T11.
yeah, that's pretty bad, right? It's
Shit.
lost lost that streak of
See, just looking at
to be
he won
embarrassed.
he won the American Express, didn't he, in January? And his first round was a 63. And just looking down the list, I think he was joint leader after the first round.
Yeah, there was game over after that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he was eight to
it's
15 to win it after that round.
and then it just say coasted at 27 under. But as you say, I think the problem is the expectation that said ignoring the craziness, last in the field at the end of round one or nearly at the end of round one. Apart from that, I suppose we're just so used to Scotty always challenging that, as you say, when he's still posting top tens or nearly a top 10. I think that's probably the place he's at now. It's the expectation that he's never going to have a bad round. But sometimes it just happens.
I mean, again, I used the example, I think, a few weeks ago, in terms of the difference between him and McIlroy 1 to 2 in the world rankings is the difference between McIlroy second to 667, um, such is the scale of the Scheffler dominance in terms of ranking points. I mean, the thing for me is it gives you more confidence that I've always got back. Was it not pot rush? Which one? Was it the Open 2 years ago when Rory said he was already thinking about his holidays? Which tournament did he miss the cut? And he was saying, "Yeah, just might as well just give up here and tune out." Do you know which tournament I'm talking about?
Was it? Did he miss the cut at major?
Yes, it was definitely major, and he said I was already thinking about my holidays.
So the question is, he lost the US Open to Bryson in June 24, didn't it? It wasn't. What was the Open after the year after that? Because was that the one where it took him forever to get over the fact that he missed that short put?
24.
Um,
Wasn't Brian Harman's Open that was it, or was it Harman's
Yeah,
23?
yeah. Harman's was, I think, 24. Because I think it went
God,
that
Rory's still
and
only
then True.
36. Ridiculous. He missed the
Or,
cut in
or,
the Open in
or was it? I
2024.
was thinking it was
That's it.
23 Harman was 24 Xander.
Mav, I just answered it. So
Sorry.
Yeah,
he
no,
finished
you are
second to
right.
Bryce in the US Open, and then he missed the cut of the Open the
It
month
was
after.
20.
And he said it. He said like I think a year afterwards. Yeah, I was going to do that second round. I was already planning my holidays. Like, yeah, I couldn't be asked. I thought that was a really weird thing to admit because just there's no kind of like fighting him. And I know that he did kind of the same with Port Rush and he missed out by a shot after I think he started with like 7 over. Um, but Scheffler's shown, despite a poor start, he's going to keep fighting. Rory would always, historically, right? Rory would backdoor a top five or T5 or better when he had no chance of winning.
Mm.
Scotty is almost like last week or the week before, he almost got himself into a chance of winning despite having a horror show first round. So I think Scotty's got a bit more inside him there. Um, I don't know. It's just tricky. The Rover's just weird because even though Scheffler is easily the best player in the world, when Rory's at his best, I think Rory's better than Scheffler. But you wouldn't want to bank on Rory if I mean, you know what I mean? But if you got the mortgage to pay, you got you're banking on Rory to kind of like see something at home.
It's
He still doesn't have that confidence in me.
it's one of them. I don't know if because the way Rory plays golf, that when Rory
Stupidly.
is running hot, it appears that he's hitting golf shots that nobody else can. And
Yeah.
because Scotty, who was for the last few years, has always been fairway, green, and a birdie putt nearly every every hole,
25
chance at a birdie.
feet, birdie putt, move on.
That
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like
2 putt, move on.
there's no fancy, there's no like it doesn't there's no wow, what's going on there or whatever. Yeah, it's. But as you say, I suppose
Yeah,
it's
I think Ryan Fox did an interview last year and he said something like, Scotty Scheffler's he's the best player in the world. And yet, when Rory's on and Rory's producing these shots which nobody else can play, nobody else can kind of conjure up,
yeah,
he's the best player in the world. It's just Scotty is so consistent and he's so but like metronome. I think he used the word metronomic, which again he's a Kiwi, right? So he has to be a cricket fan. I think he compared
mm,
him to like Glenn McGrath. Like
yeah,
just he's going to put it in the right spot over and over again, and it's just a question of when when Scotty's runs good, especially in the first round. Well, that's it. He said he made 63 in Sony Open. Well, it's fucking game over now. Like nobody can get near him. It's
yeah.
like raw. It's like Glenn McGrath first. Was it first Ashes Test 2005? It's even around at Lords. Well, he's going to get a fifer.
He,
He's
build up,
yeah.
starts to get the Carver style already.
I
Put it
would
on the ballot.
say on a lesser, probably poorer example of that, it's probably back in the day when from Mickelson, you'd see that Mickelson would hit golf shots
Yeah, I think
that
that's
at
right.
times
Mickles.
you'd think
Yeah, yeah.
like when Mickelson's on it, but not quite. It's not as good. Actually, to be honest, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably like a 4 in terms of
But
an
I
example
think the
compared to Scotty.
Tiger
Because
Phil versus Scotty Rory example is pretty fair.
it's reasonable, yeah. But then at times Tiger would be all over the place and he'd be hitting miracle shots. So, but then Tiger was never, for the majority of it, Tiger was never a get hot player like Rory and Phil in terms of where suddenly just be firing at pins over and over and over. He was more like Scotty, but he was just wild off the tee. That's what kind of gives Tiger the impression of.
Yeah, interesting. We'll see how the season pans out for the pair of them.
I won't make the prediction that Scotty won't win a major this year. I got that wrong, massively wrong last year. So
Like most of my predictions,
And
catastrophically wrong.
if we can somehow get a 4-1 on him for the players already in the majors, then I think we gobble that up
Did you
this year.
just say that Athena coin will lose all value by the end of the year? Well, it probably fucking will anyway. Anyway,
someone just tweeted that.
No, he wants you to jinx it.
at Marv 42, 32 minus 10 because 32 never comes in. It's the Cognizant Classic this week, and it's a big wide open field. The fact that Shane Lowry is favourite. Shane Lowry's not won in America for God. Did he win the Bridgestone in like
Are we talking?
28?
Are we talking individual tournaments? Or
Oh, you told me, Marv, just the
he won the BMW in 22.
was
Yeah,
no. That's Wentworth. That doesn't count. That's just
No,
PGA Tour.
yeah, the playoff, FedEx Cup playoffs.
Did they?
he had
I
this
can't
one
remember.
robbed from him in 22 as well by a rainstorm and Sepp Straka.
My God, Shane Lowry's still only 38. God, that's a tough paper round, isn't it? You need to join the Marv fasting diet.
It'll always be the
Marv, are you
same.
fasting because it's Ramadan? Anyway, it's a Cognizant Classic
Any
this week.
excuse to fast, I think.
Peace be upon him. Shane Lowry and Ryan Gerard are the 14-1 joint favourites this week with Bet365. If they want to sponsor the show, we'll plug their prices all week. Just stick 300 quid in Hep's account and jobs are good. And probably get it back anyway by the end of the week. The Highgard twins are there, 20-1 each. Marv's protege, Michael Thorne Johnson up there, 25s. Hep's perennial bridesmaid, Keith Mitchell, 25-1. It's 33-1 bar those. Hep, my stats lead me to believe it's all about tee to green around this course. Who have you earmarked already for the Cognizant Classic?
I don't know if this is gonna. This is too. No, okay, it's not echoey. That's good. Yeah, definitely an approach. It's not what it was. This used to be one of the hardest tests, but it's severely weakened, and unfortunately, it's just been squeezed by the signature events now. That it's not the tournament it was. But yeah, when you've got Grayson and Bridgeman going down the last, competing for it last year, and past winners of Ekro, Kirk, Straka, Mac Jones is sort of, yeah, like you say, it's ball strikers and putting. So the shorter guy I've gone for this week is Haotong Lee at 40-1. He's played twice this year. Well, no, he's played 4 times this year on tour. He's had a T8 at the American Express and a T11 at the Farmers. He did miss the cut at the Phoenix Open and was nowhere in Hawaii to start the year. But at 40-1, he's also got a pretty decent strokes gained approach. He's 24th in the for the season, and I think he's like 3rd or 4th in the field on approach. Absolutely shocking putter. So be praying that we don't get too many free puts. But a 40 to 1, he seemed to me to be sort of the best of the low odds guys, and definitely better than a few of the people underneath him, like Keith Mitchell, a full 15 points
Will you
below him.
put some respect on Keith's name, please?
I
Thank you
will
very
not.
much.
I will not. He had his chance 2 years ago.
Is this the tournament?
It might be,
No,
you know,
it was the Valspar.
Okay.
Valspar, yeah.
I'm just looking because he's a past
Don
winner
Paul
of this
Gates used to do
tournament,
well
isn't
there.
it, Keith?
His one win a billion years ago.
I mean, why is he wearing a visor? It winds me up. No reason for it. And Marv, you kind of hyped for these picks all day. Where's the trusty ping on this week?
Well, I think the bookies have seen me coming, to be honest, with the shortening of the prices
No
before I
bookie
even.
cares about you, Marv. You're fine. Don't worry.
So, yes, selection was made. And let me just put it out there. Selection was made before some of the withdrawals came through, so the odds have shortened.
So you took the price, yeah?
You're not getting.
Uh, no, unfortunately, the pod hadn't been done by lunchtime, had it? So this particular player, the last 4 years of this event, is a second, tied fifth, tied fourth, tied 11th, and he's not had the worst start to the season. However, for some reason, he's found himself favourite for the tournament. And I'm slightly against putting him up because of my relationship with this particular player, but
You can't be sharing that. You fucking hate the man.
I know,
You hate fatties.
but he was 20 to 1 this morning, and even with Bridgeman and Griffin in there, which I thought 20 to 1. I thought it's not the worst price for an each way bet. However, he's at 14s now, and I'm not necessarily liking the shortening. However, I'm just going to stick with it. So my main selection is Shane Lowry, 14s,
You
and
better not be going each way.
I have to go each way. I've got,
Right,
I've
so
got,
I'm sorry,
I'm
but so
playing
Shane Lowry's
house.
14 to 1 for this tournament. If they put this tournament 15 times, do you think Shane wins one?
No, no,
Then why are you putting him up?
Ah,
I want.
you got to adjust Marv in these volatile markets.
I
You
want
can't disprove
20s.
my odds theory and then
I
go,
mean,
you
we
right
did
thing
mock his
doing.
Morikawa pick, and that I ended up winning.
I have no.
This is like
My
Arsenal trying to predict the 2-0 lead against
my
Wolves, and it
my
ain't gonna
sec.
end well.
You see, Thor Bjornsson's only 25s. Nikolai Hodggaard is 20s. Like, this is a bad tournament. As you say, Keith Mitchell's shorter than Brooks Koepka. So
And you're putting up a 14 to 1 shot in it's one of these where you got fucking long shot Larry's
well,
gonna win, and
I'm
you're
just
putting a
I'm
One
just
of
favourite up.
the closers, the known closers of the PGA Tour.
I'm just hoping for a backdoor top five. If I'm honest.
Say that 2 to 1.
Let's see with
So
Catley Hideki, yeah.
I'm just checking the price of my second player.
You can't put
So
Shane Lowry before into it. You hate Shane Lowry.
well, so I'm sticking with him.
Not today, are you? I
Um,
mean, no, we just,
I mean,
yeah.
hey, hey,
Reed's
hey.
the
The
11 to
thing
1
is,
favourite at the South African Open. That's a much better bet than Lowry.
if
You know,
if he does
Yeah, Reed's
play
a great
like a
price though.
if he does play like a tosser, then it gives me a chance just to slag him off next week. So
Like with Catley this week. Useless bastard.
so yeah, for 4 points each way, Shane Lowry 14 to 1.
4 Reed.
4 points each way on Sugar Shane Lowry.
God, Shane,
Amen.
lad.
I'll chuck my two in the hat. I've got not a lot of confidence after last week. Hideki was very Hideki, and Cantley just very frustrating.
Yeah, about him all
Two,
year now.
yeah, yeah, we'll never touch him again. I don't care what price he is around where we will never back. It's very it's very hard for me to back horses ridden by Nico de Bonvox. I think he's a terrible rider. Um, Nice guy. We sponsored him at Unibet. He played in a charity football game for us. But by the by, two this week, Sam Valimaki, the big hitting Finn. He got the monk off his back in the wraparound series in the autumn. I think I was on him that week as well at 70 to 1. He's too big a price. He was 50. What price to get him? 50 to 1?
It was 50s when you won.
50's eight places. I think he's still the same price. And Chris Kirk has had a shocking start. He's only made one cut from four tournaments played, but he's a winner around here. He's a proper, in my head, tee to green player. He's not exactly flamboyant, but he'll put the ball in the right area. If you get him
I
on a
was
good week with
gonna.
the put,
Sorry.
get him on a good week with the putter, he might have a chance. But I think they're both about 45 to 1, 50 to 1.
Valimaki 55s, Kirk's 50s. Yeah, I really like Kirk as well. I was going to
Georgie,
steal him,
George.
but but I thought I'd leave him to you because I know he's your boy, and I knew you were going to go with Kirk. He is second in the field, strokes gains
Georgie,
approach
Georgie.
behind Gerard. So yeah, I really like that pick. With my second one, I'm going further down the board. Oh, poor Georgie. And we're going for a youngster. I think he might still be an amateur. Out at hundreds to one, but in a very weak field, as mentioned, he T12'd at the Amex. No, he T18'd at the Amex. His one player of the year, but he did shoot a -12 in round two. So he's definitely got it in him to go low. And it's Blades Brown at 100 to 1 is going to be my second pick. He's a young kid on I think he might still be an amateur, or it definitely his rookie year, if not. But yeah, I think he was. Yeah, he's definitely got the talent in him to be one of he's recommended as one of these new young guys along with Clanton and Fior Bjornsson. So at the hundreds, I think it's worth a good each way chance in a weak field. And I'm going to go 3 each way on Haotong and 2 each way on Blades as my 2 picks.
Make it work. Marv, your second pick.
Yeah, I'll just quickly wrap it. Yeah, I agree. Kirk's not a bad shout. The other couple of outlets that Eric Van Ruin tied second and tied ninth the last 2 years, but he's missed cuts this year, so I'm going to dodge him. But I'm going to go with Doug Kim, a tied 16th and a tied
Who the
11th
fuck is
last two
Doug Kim?
seasons, and he's not had the worst start to the season. So I think he's 60s or 66s. I'm just going to check the price. 66 to
Oh,
1. So
Doug
he's
Kim.
Doug Kim. He's
Like a
did I say
Kim.
Kim? Yeah, maybe I
Yeah.
did. So he just 1 point each way on him.
Doug Kim and Shane Lowry from the Magic one. It's Chris Kirk and Sam Dalamaki for me. And Hep, your two again, please.
Hao Tong Lee and Blades Brown. Is yours, Milder, yours 2.5 each?
Absolutely.
So yeah, a bit of a week off this one whilst we get the Arnold Palmer into the players next week. But I
No,
do like
very
this course.
important.
It just needs to be given the respect as a signature.
That's my cue. It's good night from me and good night from him.
Good night, Georgie.